Cool. Okay, cool. Just getting bits and pieces finished up. Hey everybody, what's going on? So, yeah, bit of training Saturday morning. Why not? We've been a bit quiet on social for the last week. Sorry about that. Stuff happening. But yeah, who cares? Let's go. Let's do a bit of training, right? So I want to do a little bit of a light warm up. We do a little bit of handwork. We do a little bit of technical stuff, and then we kind of do some dynamic movement as well, specifically looking at the step off sort of footwork movement that you need for that counter punch. And yeah, that's kind of that. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, as always, shoulders going first. Go. Whoa, everything clicks. And backwards. Good to see people. Good to see people. Bad for the lights, but good to see people. Elbows and knife hands, and elbows and knife hands, and elbows and knife hands, and elbows and knife hands. If the sound isn't good, please let me know. Specifically on YouTube, we had a problem with that last time, but it should be okay now, I think. Okay, cool. On the spot, the knees go. Put your hands out and bring your knees to your hands. I was watching RTE the other night, and guy's doing high knees, and he had his hands here and his knees going like this. It was ridiculous. Up here, up here, up here. Go, 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 go. Flip behind. Flip behind. Good, good. Out and in, out and in. Forwards and backwards. So now we go out and in and forwards and back and out. Forwards and back and out and in. Out, in, forwards, back, out, in, forwards, back, out, in, forwards, back, in, forwards, back, faster now. Out, in, forward, back, out, in, forward, back, out, in, forward, back, go, 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 go. Cool. It's all just fun. It's all just fun to get going. Okay, so what else do we need to do? Yeah, squat down, pushing the knees out. Just to open up the hip a little bit. Digging the carpet while you're at it. Halfway up, back straight. Down, halfway, down, halfway, down, halfway, 3/4, halfway, 3/4, halfway, down. Back straight as you can and up tall. Cool, elbow down behind. Pushing up. Ooh. So this way, you can push here, or you can go over the top and grab if you have that in your locker. Other one, push down, up. Again, you can grab behind. This side's more flexible. From here, we put the hand behind the back. We want to reach and grab the elbow and just sort of lightly sort of pull, get that shoulder joint a little bit. Just to put in there, you don't need to pull the arm out of the socket, but you just want to get that little bit of crank there. Okay, good. Neck, here to the shoulder, here to the shoulder, chin to the chest, up tall, ear, chest, shoulder. Okay, so to rotate the torso a little bit, loosen that out. Cool. Hand goes in front. We're just going to stretch those hamstrings with the front rising swing. Hap chow and hee. We do 10 of these already. 10 of these in your own time. It's got to be about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really important you push the standing foot into the floor and that you don't get up on the tippy toe when you do this. You want to stretch the hamstring. So this way, pushing that standing foot into the floor, back straight, all that. Doesn't matter how high you go yet, This is just a loosening out game. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. A little bit of sideways. So from here, again, just try to lift up this way. 7. That's 7. And again, I'm not really fussed about the leg being straight or the heel higher than the toes or any of that stuff yet. 4, just want to loosen at the hip. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. Front, so it's like a long lunge, but we don't touch the floor, right? We want to be kind of off the floor, and we're just going to pulse this way down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and swap. And from here, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. Hands to the floor. Bend the knees, left to left, right to left, right to right, left to right. Center, 2, walk, come back, let them go. Yeah, just get the hamstrings moving. Okay, cool. So it should be nice and limber. And like I said, we want to go a little bit for fundamental hand stuff. And I'm going to take out some of the techniques from a pattern. I haven't decided yet which pattern, but we'll figure one out. But also specifically for our kind of younger students that might be watching, our 5, 6, 7, 8s that are in that sort of stripy syllabus, you want to work through your kind of fundamental hand stuff first, like we do every week, so you're not missing out. And then we go and we take the key parts of the pattern apart out, because I don't have the space to do a full pattern here, and I can't give you real feedback. So all I can do is provide you insight into what I know about certain parts, and then we do a little bit of dynamic, and then we can go from there. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Again, very much for our kids. Fundamental hand movement. So we talk parallel stance. We talk blades of the feet straight, shoulder width wide. You make a fist. To make a fist, for those of you that don't know, you roll the fingers down. You bring the thumbs across the bottom. Okay. 2 of them in the center first. Then we can put one upside down to the side of the hip. So from here to here, right? We're in the center line. It's like a triangle. A point here, a point here, and a point here. This one is at the hip. Key in your hand. If you turn the key too early, you can't unlock the door. So when you twist at the last second to open the door. This is the idea we're looking for. Again, in our parallel stance. So just this motion, for many people watching this might be, okay, you know this already, but just for our younger kids that need this sort of still program, that's where we're at with this one, okay? So from here, we're just going to lift, and as we drop, we're going to exhale sharply and accelerate to the target, right? So from here, we lift. Anyone with a keen eye, you notice, relax, raise, pull back, go. Okay, we're going to do 10 front punch, parallel ready stance, 10 each side. Hina, tun, set, net, tas, yes, heel up, hira, hop, hyun. Sweet. Is your front punch, parallel stance, apchimuk jaruji, narani jumbi sugi, narani jumbi sugi, narani sugi with apchimuk. So, this is your first one. We do this all the time. There's sort of 2 or 3 blocks that come next in our stripey syllabus, and we want to work through them as well. So the 2 that we want to look at are the 2 wedging blocks. We have high wedging block and we have middle wedging block. And they're kind of similar in the way they start, except the hand position changes, right? So when we make high outer forearm wedging block, now putting the back of the palm like hechomaki, we cross, the 2 hands are facing you. You should be able to wave at yourself. And from there we twist away. We twist away and we go to eye level. Fingertips are eye level. Triceps parallel to the floor. Tool inside the shoulder, and that will give you the correct angle here, right? So from here, we twist and we come away. Twisting, away. It's this idea. A little bit of backward motion if you have it in your locker and you're a higher grade and you kind of understand what that means. So from here, here. Relaxing, go. Raise, drop. Raise, drop. This way. High outer forearm wedging block. 10. Let's go. Hana. Tul. Set. Net, tas, yes, heel up, yura, ahop, yon. Again, hana, tul, set, net, tas, yes, heel up, yura, ahop, yon. Super. High wedging block. Difference being, the next one we look at is middle wedging block. So high wedging block above the shoulder, middle wedging block, shoulder high. And this time we use inner forearm. Last time high wedging block, outer forearm, pinky side. This time inner forearm, thumb side. So this is the tool to block with. We want it here, this way. So whereas we were up here, now we're finishing here. Okay, and the difference is the start this time. So facing away this time, waving away from you, and twisting to here. This is your inner forearm, middle wedging block, okay? From here, looks like this way, okay? Let's have a go. Another 10 or 20, haven't decided yet. hna, tul, set, net, tas, yasit, hilgop, hyol, hop, hyol, hna, tul, set, net, tas, yast, hilgop, hyol, hop, hyol. Middle wedging block, middle inner forearm wedging block. So we've done our 3 so far from our sort of junior syllabus. We've done our front punch, high wedging, middle wedging. 2 more blocks to add, and then we look at some of them in stances, and then we're kind of away with the sort of most of the stripy syllabus, barring a few bits of patterns and a few bits of sitting stances. So when we look at the two blocking techniques that we have left to look at, they both start the same way. So we have low outer forearm block, and we have Bakatama Chokimaki high rising outer forearm block. When we prep the hands back to back. The blocking hand, the tool is on top. The blocking hand is on top, not halfway, all the way. So you can twist. We want to get as much rotation into this block, whether it's this one or this one or this one, or your punch. We want rotation all the time from both hands, right? This one rotates back to the hip. This one rotates to the target. And this is the idea. If you're, again, a little bit higher, at the top of your sine wave, you have backward motion. That gives you a little bit more gusto and a little bit more snap and a little bit more rotation. So for this one, we're first looking at our rising block, and then we're looking at our low block. So when we make Bakatama Chukyamaki, the 2 hands are crossed, blocking hand on top, and it goes up over the head. The tool is the outer forearm, right? Not the hand, the outer forearm, and that sits over your head. About 1 fist distance is the measurement I've been told, about 1 fist distance, but it's a tool over your head, not here, right? Equally, the trajectory it comes straight up, not around to go here, right? So we want to go directly straight up from here, this way. Bakatama Chukyamaki. Narani Sugi, parallel stance. Sure, we'll go for 10 and see how we figure out. Hana, tul, sit, net, tasut, yasit. Hilgop, hyodol, hop, hyodol. Very fortunate to have 2 hands. Let's do the other one. Hna, tul, set, net, tasit, yasit. Hilgop, hyodol, hop, hyodol. Super. You notice this starts around here, not up here. If we start too high, this one has a very short journey, and this one has a very long journey. So we want to split the difference kind of in the middle, so they travel about the same distance, right? This is our rising block. Good news for the next block is it basically stays the same. The positions don't change for the hands, but we have to fix the stance, because we can do this way, but it's easier to get the position from walking stance. So we make our walking stance our gun and sugi, and let's do the kind of mechanics of what walking stance looks like and what it is, just so we're clear. It's a shoulder width wide. It's a shoulder width wide. From the inside of the foot to the inside of the foot. I think this is the only stance we measure inside of the foot to the inside of the foot. 1 shoulder width wide. The front knee is bent. The back leg is straight. So the front knee is over the ankle, but not past it. So it's not this kind of thing. It's sort of just here, lightly bent, slightly bent. It's 1.5 shoulder length long, which from big toe to big toe, 1.5 of your own shoulder lengths long, big toe to big toe, shoulder width wide, 50-50 weight, front leg straight, and the back foot points nearly forward. It's actually 25 degrees, but nearly straight, 25 degrees, okay? This is your walking stance, this is your gunasugi. From here, we go on the spot to kick off the sine wave. We drop down, we lift up, and we drop again. Beware of the Elvis leg, right? The Elvis leg is when the body stays still and the leg does this, right? So we get nothing, we don't get any sine wave, we just get this kind of shake. And one way to prevent this is to make sure this foot is turned. If this foot is pointed out, the body can't relax, right? The knee has to go out, and I can't drop this way, right? So please ensure that foot is turned. That way you get this nice kind of sine wave action, right? Down, up, down. Now all we have to do is add our low block, and we have the whole thing put together, right? So depending on your level, there's a lot of information there. If you can get to here, I'm cool with that too, right? The front arm is bent the same as the back foot, 25 degrees. It's easy to remember in this stance because you know the back foot, right? So when we make our low block, we go down, up at the top of the sine wave. The hands cross back to back. We get our backward motion. Then we drop, the hip goes, and everything goes with it. right? But it's not like you're pitching a baseball. Right? You don't need to get this big twisty lark now. Just natural. It's enough. It's enough. Just enough to get a little bit of snap. Okay, let's do 10 each side, each leg, each hand. Okay, on my count. Gunun sugi chubby. Najunde back at Palmak Maki. Sit. Net. Tassit. Yassit. Heel up. Heel. Hop. Heel. Swap the legs. Hna. Tull. Sit. Net. Tassel. Yassel. Heel up. Heel. Hop. Heel. Go. Really important part I forgot to mention on this. We take this block from the side. We don't take from the front. It doesn't come down this way. It comes across from the side. So one of the big things we always see at sort of beginner grades is this, where it slams down because it's taken from the front rather than from the side. It means you lose your hip, etc., etc. So just be conscious of the fact that it comes from the side. It's the same for your low knife hand block from the side. A little bit further out, but same idea, okay? So that is our walking stance low block, our parallel stance, rising block, wedging blocks, and from punch. For our stripies, we have the same ones in our walking stance as well. We have all of these things as well. And our low block, if there's one other one that we should do, and may as well, we've done rising block, we've done low block, we may as well do our middle block as well, okay? This is a little bit different, it changes. So, whereas before the blocking hand was always on the top, in this instance, we want to take the blocking hand from underneath, right? And both hands face down. So blocking hand is underneath, both hands face down, elbows are chilled, elbows are relaxed. We don't block this like an elbow strike and then finish here. It comes across, so if we take our walking stance again, right? If we take our walking stance, it finishes here. Half facing, fingertips shoulder high. The tool, again, is the thumb side inner forearm, and that should be kind of in line with the shoulder, So, hey. So from here, when we go, we relax down, come up, blocking hand underneath, elbows down, relax, no tension, chilled, and then comes across here. Middle, inner forearm block. Kyunde, an palmak maki. Kyunde, an palmak maki. Okay? So again, we do on the spot in our walking stance. Down, up, down. Okay? Hana, tull, sit, net, tassel. Good stance. Don't let the feet clip out. Good stance. Yassel. Heel up. Hyul. Hop. Hyul. Change the leg. Hina. Tum. Sit. Net. Tassel. Elbows down. Yassel. Heel up. Hyul. Hop. And yul. Sweet. There's our middle block. So we've covered most of our stripey syllabus. I don't know how other schools or clubs teach, but this is kind of one of the things we have when we break the white belt to yellow belt journey up. So we create little stripe grades in between. So white belt, yellow stripe, green stripe, blue stripe, red stripe, black stripe, yellow belt, right? And yeah, we separate those grades out. And these are kind of the core materials for the fundamental hand techniques that are needed in this. There's other things like kicking and stuff like that, and there's bits of sitting stance punch that we haven't done, but that's okay because I'm conscious of time and I don't want to just do exclusively a kind of kids beginner class. So I want to take out techniques from some of the patterns a little bit higher. We've done Junggun before, we've done Yulgok before. Which one? We go higher? Yeah, let's go Toi Gye. So looking at some of the techniques from Toi Gye, and you can do these regardless of your grade. So Toi Gye red tag to red belt. But let's take out some of the kind of key techniques from this pattern and address some of the kind of common mistakes, right? Toi Gye is a beautiful pattern, but the W's are always a killer for people. And I think it's a pattern that a lot of people lose marks in competition because every single one of these with the sitting stance wrong is a click, and the next one is a click, and the next one is a click. You know, it's a difficult pattern to do well. Kind of like Poen is a difficult pattern to do well. But there's some cool parts in it, and I really like it. I always had good success with this pattern. So anyway, let's look at sort of the key parts from Toi Gye. It starts close, ready, stance B, It has our middle inner forearm block this time. It's L stance, so there's nothing I really need to look at here. But straight away, this thing here, upset fingertip thrust, sun cut, Toi Gye bun juruji. No, sun cut, Toi Gye bun juruji. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, we have our L stance. This is our first movement. Our second movement, we pull back to go full facing. Front hand drops, back hand comes up, but look at the elbow. The elbow is down, right? Not this way to tension in the shoulder, no good. Not this way. Here and then this way. Drill, like flicking paint or water off your fingers. This is the action. This kind of twisting, stabbing motion. It's not a chopping thing coming across from here, rotating straight, almost like you're punching down this way, right? From here. So this is one way, fingertips. Think of it like that. When we line up the fingertips to strike, they should be here. They should be here, so that the top one is level. We do that by bending the middle finger a little bit, okay? So when we make from here, we pull back this way. This is side fist in front of the shoulder, but not touching, right? Side fist in front of the shoulder, but not touching. So this is it, your second movement in Toi Gye. Full facing. See the difference? See the difference? Relax, raise, drop. Same on the other side. Relax, raise, elbow down, drop. Inner walking stance. This idea, okay? This is your upset fingertip thrust, not a chop. It's a thrust, stabbing here, these kind of areas, right? Twisting. So from there, we've gone one. Where do we go now? Pull back, sorry. Boom, here, right? This is side front, and this is back side, back fist strike. So side front. The only thing to be cognizant of here is the timing. Same time. Feet and hands together. You can cheat a little bit by dragging that big toe along the floor to finish. There's no stamp at the end, kind of, we see this sometimes, where people bounce into, no, chill. This way. Okay, and then you kick off. 1, 2, here again. 3. Next we have X pressing. X pressing. Elbows down, not up here again. Go direct, go direct. Okay. So from here, the tool for X pressing block is the back fists here, right? It's not the bottom part here. So we cross and we collapse here. They cross at the wrists. They cross the wrists. X pressing. The idea being, if there's a front kick coming, you grab the shin with the X pressing. That's one idea, right? Often we see this against front snap kick, right? And the kick has gone fully out, and then we see this. It just doesn't work. You have to catch that front kick early. Pressing, right? In, pressing. So from here we've gone 1. Now here, relax. Hands back. 2. Twin vertical punch. We've done this from which pattern? Yoga before. We did that in yoga, so the principles are the same. Relax. Hands come up. Pull them back. Let them go. Twin vertical, just to recap. The two fists are sort of face size, right? Nobody's head is this big. Don't punch this wide. Here, here. Go directly to the target. Directly, not coming this way or whatever. Directly here. From here, direct, under the jaw, right? Nearly like for punching up almost, but anyway. Okay, where are we? 1. We've done our front kick. So, sorry, I've lost my pattern. And pop. Make your front kick, keeping the hands, then you make your punch. 1, then you make your second punch. 2. Okay, everyone's favorite part. So when we go and make twin side elbow, these cross low. These cross low. So you can get the attack. If you cross them up here, they go this kind of way, right? And the target, it just grazes off the target. Well, we want to go direct. So from here will be the kind of fast motion version. From here, crossing low. Again, you can use that little toe trick to pull the foot along as you make your double side elbow, twin side elbow. Okay, cool. Next one is stamping motion. And it's W-shaped block, sanmaki, and it's anansugi. Okay, this is the part where everyone loses marks in this pattern, and it's the part that can look absolutely rubbish. So let's see if we can't polish it a tiny bit. Again, contrast and patterns, right? Right. So when we make our sanmaki, our W-shaped block, the foot points, but not up here and not down here. About knee high, relaxed, keeping this foot pointed until the last second. And then YouTube can't see that, I'm sorry. Keeping the foot pointed until the last second, and then at the last moment, just before it hits the floor, it kicks in. And that's how you get your hip into this, and that's how you get your stamping motion here. Okay, with the two hands, obviously, right? So we've gone from here. Let's go this way. Here, we want to go here. The hands come up, point, full facing until the last moment, right? Until the last moment, here. High, I forget the height for this. I forget the height. I know they're all the same regardless, but I forget how high. I'm going to say fingertips are eye level, and feel free to correct me. I forget the height, sorry. So, bam, 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 bam. We made our W shape. 1. The hip works for you here. Again, 2. So the way when we travel through this, we don't travel on the heel. We want to travel on the ball of the foot. Ball of the foot. That keeps tension in this leg, and then I can create tension on the other leg. And then I can stamp. Sanmaki. W-shaped block. Going forward. This idea. Feet straight. Feet straight. It's a torture for losing marks. Feet splay out. Wrong height, whatever it is. These kind of things. Too close. Too wide. Up here. You just lose so many marks in this pattern. If you're not kind of clued in, it's definitely there. I know it's there. Can't remember. It's that height. It has to be that height. Yeah. Anyway. So the 3 of them in the pattern is easy enough to remember. It's right, left, left, right, left, left. Okay. So when we're here, it's right, left, and then left again, and then right, left, and then left again. Yeah. And that covers you through your stamping motions. Again, when we travel with the foot, close here, look, rather than out here. Right, so we see this a lot. People sort of, you just need a touch of finesse, right? Just a touch. Okay, that's your Sanmaki. You've done your last one, you're here. If you remember, you'll go do Pamomaki. It's the same thing. You come foot to foot, kick off the sine wave, and it's pushing. Pushing is not slow, it's the same speed. It's just a longer breath. Right? So it's not. It's pushing. You want to put same in Hwarang. It's pushing. Just a longer breath. Okay? So from here, relax, kick off the sine wave. We're here. Foot to foot. Hands in front of the knot. Down, up, rock them back. Back hand slightly higher. Down. And it's this. Just turn into L stance and drop here. Okay? Do Pamomaki. Low double forearm pushing block. Okay? Where are we? Boom. Head grab. Okay. Let's clear this up. In patterns, I see so many variations on this one. And it's in, at least in the ITF patterns I know, when we grab the head in patterns, it's always this way to go behind the head. Right? It's not this way to go on the shoulders. We can do that for sure. It's written, it's there. But in patterns, we always grab behind the head to tilt the body forward to create the angle to hit here, right? Boom, knee kick. Okay, so when we go, please be conscious again. Just like with do Pamomaki, nobody's head is this wide. It's the same for the grab. I see people grabbing like this, and like, who are you grabbing? What are you grabbing? Back of the neck. Nobody's neck is this size, right? So here, close, fingertips this way. This is your back. This is your grab here. 1, and then down, up, down. It's your knee kick. Murup Jagi. Yeah. So we've gone from here. 1. I've done this way so you see. 1, 2, foot to foot, down, up. Right. So again, boom. Lower the foot. Kick off the sine wave, and that's important. Right. Kick off the sine wave. You make your kick, then you kick it off, and then you're away. Somehow you keep your hands. You make side front snap kick. You make Sun Kotugi. Open Sun Kotugi. Flat fingertip thrust. You go again. 1, side front snap kick. And then 2. Okay, everyone's kind of this one here. This is a back fist, and this is low block, but this is the primary tool, right? So we're here, stepping back, front leg L stance, underneath. I think underneath, or like a low block position, maybe. Maybe this way. No, this way. Okay. So from here, we have our L stance, we have our back fist strike, we have our thing. Okay, I'm not going to take the lights out of it. We jump, we make X fist and X stance, X pressing that. So from here, up. Okay. This is a right X stance, right X stance. Yeah. The feet point this way. The feet point this way. The hands drive straight down. Right under left. Whichever hand leg is in front, that's the one that always has the hand underneath. So this way. We're here, back straight, sit into this stance. We kick it off, down, up, down. You have your Dupamomaki. Nothing new there. Pivot around, make your low knife hand. Okay, so we turn, we're in our low knife. Again, this is like a knife hand guarding block, except finishes here. Again, parallel lines. Parallel lines are the order of the day. Not this way, parallel. The two of them are parallel, okay? In line with the thigh and not front of the knot of the bell. Low knife hand guarding block, okay? From here, we slip the front foot. Just to pull full facing, slip, and as we go, now we have our circular block, Maki. So from here, slip, down, up, down. When we make this one, the hands are here, down. They come up through the middle crossed, push up, there's your backward motion, finished. So 1, 2. You don't want to be turned on the way. Look, you don't want to be turned on the way. It gives you nowhere to go, gives you no opportunity for contrast. Full facing, half, right? So right at the end, then we have our half facing. That gives you a little bit more snap. That's not the best example, but yeah, we can do better. You want this, and look, I have a dreadful habit of kind of looking to the side of my eye. Look, so once more, full facing, down, up, down, contrast, okay? We kick the foot to foot, we have our low knife hand again. 1, boom. Pivot on the balls of the feet. That's it. From here, here. Just pivot on the ball of the foot. It's off to the angle, again, boom. And then you have your sitting stance punch. Little point on this sitting stance punch. I hope you can see the feet. If you can't, I'm sorry, I'll figure out the cameras next time. But supposing this is the end, I know the stance is a bit short, I'm just kind of aware of the camera. When I come to sitting stance, I bring this foot in and it gives me a little arc in the front, little arc, rather than just landing from here to here, right? We have to pull back, so we get a little bit of gusto with it, okay? Contrast again, contrast. That's kind of all of sort of Toi Gye, right? That's sort of all of the sort of key parts of Toi Gye. And that was kind of quick. But okay, so just to recap and refresh from the first one. This one, full facing, elbow down, twisting, yeah. Next one, timing is important. Express is fine. This one, twin vertical, shoulder width wide, not out here, here. Punch is fine with the twin side elbow, they cross low, not up here, because you want to get the trajectory correct. Stamping motion in W shape block, when we go, we point the foot up, and then the last second, that's when we turn it. That brings the hip in, accelerates the hip, increases the mass, all of that good stuff. The hip goes with it. The pattern for the W's is right foot, left foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, left foot. These don't move. You don't need to throw these around as well. I forgot to say that. You don't need to do any of this kind of nonsense. You're kind of here, they're static, and they just sort of rotate into it, snap into it. That one. This is a low pushing block. It's the same as this. It's just down here. Again, the head grab. In ITF patterns, we grab the back of the head. We don't grab the shoulders. We don't grab the top of the head, back of the head. So it has to be able to fit behind their neck. If it's out here, it's too wide. Make your knee kick. L stance, pop, pop, pop. All good. X stance, X pressing. Right foot, right hand underneath, facing off this way. Kick off the side on this. Low knife hand, parallel lines, circular block, boom. Full facing until the last second. Then you get your half facing. Sideways, the second half of this after the second one. Just pivot on the balls of the feet to bring you to the correct angle. Just changing the stance. Just changing from a right walking stance to a left walking stance on the spot. That gives you the correct one, and then you have your sitting stance punch. And Bob's your uncle, that's Toi Gye, 37 movements. Great crack, lovely pattern. But again, an easy one to lose a lot of marks in competition, right? Because of mainly the W's, I think. Mainly the W's. But also the timing at the start, right? If this is wrong, or these are out here, or they're wrong, it's one of those patterns that's easy to throw marks away. Anyway, okay, grab a drink if you want, and then we go on for the next bit. How are we doing? How are we doing? 15 minutes, super. So I wanted to look at at this pivot hook step punch, right? It's hard to do without a partner, but I'll give you the mechanics, so at least you have an understanding of it, okay? If this is, I owe Mr. Ford a lot for this because he showed me this one. If you have a dot, you can use a dot. If you don't have a dot, you can use a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper, you can use, I don't know, a cereal box lid or something. Improvise. You're in the home jang now. You have to figure it out. So if I put my foot on this dot, right? If I'm sparring here. This is the idea I want to spar, and I'm getting constantly attacked with straight line blitzes, right? The blitz is most effective on the straight line because it goes straight and it goes fast and it's explosive and it's difficult to defend, right? There's a few shots that work against it, but its advantage lies in the speed. YouTube, my camera is very low on battery, so if you die, I'm very sorry. I'll try and get through this as quick as I can. So when we're being blitzed, we have a few choices. We can make our side kick if we have the right distance, or our back kick if they're closer. But we can also go to hands. And one of the things about those side kick counters is they keep us on the attack line right after we finish. So we want to get ourselves off that line here, let them go straight past us, and then we can score. And one of the ways we do that is by bringing this back foot around, pivoting 90 degrees. So from our, again, this is where your dot will come in handy if you have one. And I'm going to just tilt down here so you can see. Okay. So if I have my dot, my foot comes all the way around. My foot comes all the way around. And as I'm doing that, my front hand is doing the work, right? So when they're blitzing me, I want to go over the top of this hand to score in this little pocket here, right? So as the blitz is coming, I'm taking my whole body off the line and my front hand is going over the top into that little space. It requires timing and it requires patience, and if you get it wrong, you get blitzed, and that's just kind of the way it works. So we can play with it as it's hard to drill without a partner. So that's the idea, right? That's the idea. In and out. Let's play with this idea. In and out, in, off, right? So first things first. Let's just build the mechanics, right? Take this hip out, boom. Take this hip out, boom. From your sparring stance, you're here, one, and set up again. And again, go. Let's do a couple of these. One. It's not a hook, right? We're not allowed hooks, so we have to go straight punch as we step off the line. Again, one, bang, and reset. Go. Ready, go. Go. Other leg. Ready. Set. Das. Super. Keep going. Yes. Okay, fine. This is the mechanics, right? This is how we step off the blitz. So now we play it a little bit like this, moving forwards and backwards. Boom. Okay. It's harder than a partner. I'll give you the prompt. You can blitz and I'll give you the blitz. You can sort of react to it. Okay. Again, hard without a partner, and the distance is wrong and the perception is wrong. We might be building really bad habits here, but if you don't have a partner, you need something, and I can be that something. Okay, so from here, I'm going to blitz, and when you see it, you're going to have to figure out which line you have to be on. It doesn't matter, you can blitz open or closed, but better, in my opinion, to go this side rather than this side, because all the tools are here. And it's easy, but again, it's not necessarily essential. Okay, I'll give you 5. When you see it, you have to move. Score your blitz, score your pivot hook. Okay. Good. Good. No counts, just getting blitz. Good. I'm going to take the camera out. Okay. 2 more. Remember, off the line. Okay. And last one. Good. Okay. So these kind of action-reaction drills. Again, if you have a partner at home, you can give them a glove or a pad, and they can just walk, and you can build the mechanics that way as well. Okay. All right. So that's our pivot hook. for sparring. We've about 10 minutes. Again, YouTube, I'm sorry, I don't know how long this is going to last, but we're going to go stretching. It's a straddle stretch. It's I'm not going to get the couch. Yeah, straddle and front split. That's what we're doing next. And a little bit of plank. I've watched super podcast there, or a video from TKD Coach Academy on the flexibility, sitting with Mr. Dan Van Zandt. If you have an hour in your locker, go listen to that. It's super, really good content around flexibility and how to develop it and what to do. I can't recommend it enough. I follow his flexibility research on Instagram. Go follow him as well. He's they're making an awful lot of sense. So let's try and put some of it into play. First things first, we do a bit of plank, and we do a little bit of side plank with a little bit of kicking, and then we go to our straddle and our front split, and that should take us out. And we can go on a better bank holiday. Okay, right. So plankety plank, bam 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 bam. How long do you want to go for? 5 minutes? Okay, cool. I'm only messing. So we do what, 30 seconds? Yeah, that should be okay. Timer. Okay. So when we make the plank, let's be sure that it's not this kind of thing down here where it's all, like this. No good. Or this thing. Right, so the elbows are under the shoulders. We put the feet into the floor, pop the knees up first. Now we have tension in the glutes and we bridge up straight. Right, this is the sort of plank. Not this way, not this way. Split that gap. Okay, first 30, go. Stretch is grand. Anyone know any jokes? Tough crowd. Good news, 20 seconds left. Go, go, go. Bam, 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 bam. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, sorry, forgot to press play. Another 30 seconds. Go. Hold it tight now. High tension. We want to build that core. So important for kicking. So important in general, just for life, right? You don't want a spongy middle. No beer bellies. 4, 3, 2, 1. Super. Okay. Next ones are a little bit different. We'll go for our side plank. So when we make this way up here, now lift here, not this way. No good. Lift this one. Right, elbow, shoulder, all in line. But we're going to make this with a tiny bit more fun. So when we lift, we're going to lift the leg. Now if you're comfortable, so there's 3 levels, right? You can go here, here, or here. Okay, it's up to you. 30 seconds, I suppose. Let's see how we go. Up you get. Go. And rest. Good. Other side. And you can see there, you don't have to stay the same version all the time. You want to take it down a level or up a level, that's grand. Work to your own ability. You're only kind of competing with yourself anyway. I make no apologies for my ability. 0. Okay, side plank, ready? Lift, go. Hold, come on, 5 seconds. Oh, good, relax. Super. Okay, cool. Staying in this way, we're going to go for a little stretch. So start here, double shoulder width. Let them go out as far as they can uncomfortably go. And we just sort of sit here for a second and take in everything. You can bend the knees, you can wobble a little bit, sort of loosen up. Static stretch. Okay. From here, keeping the core tight, bending at the waist, elbows up. Oh, right in the hamstrings. Don't touch the floor yet, keep the core solid, back straight, hips back. Now, push the hands into the floor. Let them go out. Yeah. Left hand on the left foot. Right hand on the right foot. Back to the middle. Bend those knees a little bit. Okay. Keeping the core solid and the back straight and the glutes engaged. Stand up. Good. From here, we're going to squeeze. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let them out. Trick that central nervous system. Good. And again, bending forwards, keeping the core engaged, the glutes strong, the back strong. Hands. Right to right. Middle. Left to left. Ooh. Middle. Again, give your knees a little shake. Okay, core strong, back strong, glutes engaged, up straight. Oh, yes. Straight, straight, straight. Slight bend of the knee lets you take the pressure off the knees. And they walk them in. Oh. Tough, but good. So for the next one, if you need a block, you're more than welcome to use block 1 or 2. If you don't have a block, you can use a pad. If you don't have a pad, you can use a towel. If you don't have a towel, how are you washing? So again, it's your choice. The reason we use the block is to keep the pelvis tilted so that we avoid this thing, right? If you need it lets you take that pelvis out of the equation a little bit, or not take it out of the equation, but tilt it into the right position so that you're not kind of flumped over, right? If you find you're flopped over this way, lift yourself up, tilt the pelvis forward, and that's where you get feet double shoulder width. So again, out as far as they can kind of uncomfortably go, right? Hands in the front. Depending on your level, some people will naturally just go straight to the floor, and more power to you. I want to get there eventually, but I'm not there yet. The important thing is that we don't round the back, that we keep the shoulders rolled back and down, that we bend from the waist rather than rolling this way, right? So leaning forward ever so slightly. You can use like a kettlebell or something if you have. I'll go get one to show you. Just to give you a bit of weighted resistance. So these kind of things are useful as well. And they're purple. So if you want to sort of use this to help you kind of drill a little bit further, or grab the bottom of a table or something like that, right? This kind of lets you really lean into that stretch just a tiny bit. Okay, and we should feel it working, right? We should feel it working. It shouldn't just be chilled out, can't wait for barbecue later, even if it is raining. It needs to be active, right? It needs to be sort of active is probably the wrong word. I don't know. Is this static passive stretching? We're not moving, but I can't remember. I listened to it last night. I can't remember. Go rewatch. Again, shoulders back and down, back straight, all that good jazz. Okay, good. Up tall. So from here, we want to just pulse 3, 4, or 10 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forwards and hold. Pancake stretch. And relax. Another 10. 1, 2. You can go a little bit sideways or whatever as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. Good. Take them in. Hands behind, lean back, pull them in. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're okay, 2 minutes. Last one. So again, if you need the block, it's up to you. Sorry, YouTube, lost the camera. Can I change that quickly? Settings? No, I can't. So sorry, YouTube, if you can hear me. We're on Instagram as well. Anyway, I'm gonna just end that. I'll leave it on. You can hear me, but whatever. So last one, if you need the block, it's here, and you use this just for support. We take our our front stretch here. It's this sort of low lunge, and again, you can use your block to sort of give you support to keep you upright, rather than to be rolling or stuff like that. As you push forward, you don't want to turn the body. You want to keep up tall and really push that hip flexor forwards, right? You can change the height depending. If you don't need it, you don't need it. It's fine too, right? And again, just pulsing forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and hold. And you can squeeze this hold if you want. Being sure to relax after about 8 to 10 seconds. Let it go a little bit further. And 10 more pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 10. Good. Swap. We go to the other side. Again, if you want to use your block, you're more than welcome. If you have a block, if you don't, it's not essential. Okay, so get yourself a nice position. That long lunge is here, but the hips are in line, right? Not turned. Not turned is the key part. Okay. Lean into that. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and hold. Squeeze if you want. And relax. Push. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax out. We didn't do that one. Well, it's up to you. Okay, so I'm just about out of time and I have life things to do, so I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, okay. Look, thank you all for joining YouTube. Sorry if you're still listening and not viewing, but I can't help it. The camera died. I should have charged it better. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Hope you had a good session. A little bit of technical stuff for our kids at the start, and then looked into Toi Gye and some of the details on that, and then a little bit of step off pivot punch for sparring. Again, harder with a partner, but you have the mechanics now. You can drill them with your friends or your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister. Just don't hit them too hard, and then a little bit of stretching. So we're going to kick back on a few bits and pieces planned. We kind of originally planned all the sort of daily challenges and stuff around the sort of lockdown and the we not knowing when it was going to end, etc., etc. So we're reworking that whole strategy. So you're going to see a lot more stuff around that, because it looks like now, realistically, with the whole things announced yesterday, it'll be September before we get back into the actual school, and that's assuming we can get back in September. So we're going to have to come up with a really kind of good way to sort of keep you training, keep you focused, keep you fit, keep you involved and engaged in Taekwondo. And So yeah, I'm really thinking about a good way to make those daily challenges better. Some of our assistant coaching team are going to come in and help out with that. They're going to make their own stuff and push out. So we have loads of content. I'm going to try and get back to doing some interviews as well. I haven't lined up any in a while, and so I'm going to try and arrange a few chats with a few people to maybe go a little bit further than Ireland this time, if I can. And yeah, other bits and pieces. I'm thinking about running a patterns competition online. If people are interested in that, we can do that too as well. So yeah, I'm talking to some of my software engineering friends to help me write a website for that. But it's long and arduous and nothing gets done fast, even though people have nothing to do. So who knows? But yeah, look, I really appreciate everyone coming in and joining in. I hope you enjoyed the session. Have a great bank holiday. Stay safe and all that. And we will definitely catch you at the next one. So stay safe. Thank you very much. Take care. Jay, can you go on? Bye-bye.